was just wondering, Kimberley, if you could just give us your first thoughts when Marcus called you to ask you to be a judge.
My first thoughts were excitement, really. It was a huge honour to be asked, and it was exciting to think that I could be representing, the Southeast as well. Being a Yorta Yorta woman from Victoria, born and raised in Shepparton, and then coming up and being a part of such a important award. It was really a huge honour, and I took it as a great responsibility as well. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if you could talk just broadly about NATSIAA and the role that you think it plays for artists.
I think that it's a really important platform for artists, to be accepted as finalists and to have the opportunity to share their work. And I think what I love about the awards is that it's not just about, established artists that have had a long, history of art practice or art making. It's about emerging artists and artists that are, have a new voice or maybe something new to say. And I think that, it's such a breadth. Certainly what we've chosen for this year's awards is a breadth of what's happening in the country, and it's important to look at how we are representing nationally in this exhibition and this award. So I think the award, just on the basis of that it's open to both emerging and young artists in practice, is really important.
Great. And I've asked the other guys this as well, and I'm just wondering how, if you encountered someone that had never heard of the awards, like how would you describe the NATSIAA to someone who had never heard of them?
I would describe the NATSIAA Awards as an opportunity to get your voice heard, your art seen, and it's a space where I think it's a very supportive space as well, and I really encouraged, when the applications were open, I encouraged a lot of artists to put their hat in the ring, because it's not about it's not completely about the valuing art and how much it's worth or the accolades that may come with winning or being a part of the Telstra, but it's just about being a part of an amazing group of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander artists that have something to say, and what they're saying is really, really important. And so I think that's why NATSIAAs are important, and also how I describe it is just an amazing opportunity, because yes, and it's an award, and yes, with awards come money and fame and all the good stuff, but it's also a space of support and opportunity just to get your art out there.
Every year there's lots of kind of different outcomes from the awards, for everyone that is in whatever kind of way involved within them. I'm just wondering if you can maybe highlight some of the really meaningful outcomes that you think come from this award.
Meaningful outcomes that come from this award.
I think you've kind of answered it anyway. I think your previous answer is a...
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I suppose, I would hope that artists that are shown in this award perhaps walk away with more confidence maybe, or feel supported in this space. And I think that's a really important, hopefully, meaningful outcome of the awards. I think that, it does put people, that gives them more of a profile, and that it is a platform for opportunity, to, like I said before, to showcase their work. So, I would hope that artists walk away, happy and confident in being as a part of the NATSIAAs.
And so just now we'll talk about your judging experience, and if you could just tell us a little bit about how you found the pre-selection process.
Look, it's incredibly hard as a judge. It's not an easy gig, and it's one, like I said, I take with a huge amount of responsibility, and it's serious. And when we first sat down together and went through the applications, we were just blown away, because everybody that applied just showed great skill and amazing talent and passion. And everyone that applied for the awards were doing it because they were proud of their culture, proud of themselves, wanting to share a story. And it's really hard to judge that. And it was a difficult process to try and get down to 70 artists. And the pieces that we chose just, I guess, jumped out at us. And the works that are in the show are all the most remarkable works of art, and are strong in many different ways. Some of them for their aesthetic and for their palette and for their technique. Others for the story that they're telling. But I think all of them combine both of these strengths. Anyway, so the process is extremely hard, because I actually feel everyone is worthy, and there has to be a winner. So yeah, it's hard but exciting. Really, really exciting to see what people are doing.
Mm. And so after pre-selection, and you come back to Darwin, and I'm just wondering what was going through your mind when you walked into the space for the first time.
I was so excited to come in. I was actually it was like Christmas morning, and I was really excited to enter the gallery, and the hang is just spectacular, and the works just, they're just amazing. I don't know, I use that word a lot, but I'm not sure what other word to use, because the colour and the story and the passion, and actually the diversity of who we are as Aboriginal people and Torres Strait Islander people just comes out so strongly. And I guess, what is Aboriginal art? And that's the role that the Telstras play as well, because it's a national award, and we really have to look at, well, what is Aboriginal art in Australia, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander art in Australia today? There's photography, there's painting, there's cultural material like shields and spears that are on display, and you have the most immense talent showcasing culture. And for me, it was just so exciting to see that, and to see all the deadly work that everyone's doing, and to be immersed around that as well, to sit in the space with my other judges, and to actually just be immersed amongst the art for a couple of days in silence, while we're thinking and then talking to each other about the award. It was pretty special to be able to do that.
And can you give us some kind of insight into the judging process?
I suppose we did it category by category, but also you had to consider that each category that the person selected could also be considered for the main prize as well. But I suppose looking at the barks, looking at painting, looking at 3D, and it was a really difficult, we sat on this for a really long time, and had a lot of discussion around the works, what the artist is trying to say, how they've actually realised what they're trying to say, the technique in their work, the colour, how we emotionally respond to the work, but also how we intellectually respond to that, how we think others will do the same. So it's a big process. It's not just about walking and going, yeah, I like that, and I like that better than that one, and it's not like that at all. There's a lot of thought and a lot of deliberation around what we're choosing. Yeah.
And And as a curator, I'm wondering what this experience, you know, what are you going to take away from this experience, do you think?
I think, you know, having the opportunity to see what's out there, you know, as well on a national level is really important for me, and to see how others are expressing themselves and expressing, you know, culture. What I'll take away is mostly pride in what community is doing, and pushing, you know, the barriers of art, and pushing back on what's expected of us, you know, in terms of authenticity, or you know, what people may want Aboriginal art to look like. And I think there's a lot of political works, you know, in this show, and I think there's a lot of works about country and sovereignty and culture and continuing that. And for me, that gives me a lot of strength, you know, as an Aboriginal woman coming into this space and seeing the strength of what our artists are doing, young emerging artists and elders, you know, that have been around for a long time, that are still, you know, making incredible works that are very, very powerful. To me, that's what I'm taking away. I'm taking away pride.
Wonderful. Right. Thanks, heaps.